Hello people and welcome back to episode 43 of our Vanilla City Skylines Let's Play. Can't believe we've made it to 43 episodes on this city. We have had a hell of a time. I sound like I'm describing the final episode, but we're not. We've still got a few more in us. Before we wrap this up, the traffic here is really bad. I need to fix all of this road network. Don't ever build this. This is not a good idea, especially this. What on earth is this? Like, what are those? Anyway, today I wanted to work on this area because it looks like crap and we're wasting a ton of map space here just to like stupid placement. Like you can see, we've got loads of empty space along the edge here, and this whole space right here is pretty dead. So we're going to go ahead and pause the game, and then we are going to come from underground and delete pretty much all of this stuff. So I'm actually going to go ahead and unzone this, just so it doesn't come back. Let's just go ahead and paint that all away. So what I'm thinking of doing here is bringing up kind of a new secondary support highway, almost like a bypass road, that is going to serve the seaport straight onto the freeway, because at the minute they're having to kind of go through the city and take toll roads, which, you know, is good for me because it gives me income at the end of the day, but in terms of traffic flow it is not particularly great, and that's really what we want to do. So we're going to do all this stuff along here, so basically just clear all this out. We'll leave the railway line in for now, but all this stuff can go. And then we'll leave the highway connection there as well. Yeah, this stuff can disappear as well. We'll leave our power plants in for right now. I do want to do something different with them though. I want them to have kind of a more standout area, as opposed to just being dumped behind the factory, which is also going to go as well. We'll replace that somewhere a little bit more efficient. You know what, let's get rid of these as well. We can find a new place for those. I do want to do something special with them though. And then finally the power lines as well. So let's go ahead and first of all sort out where the highway is going to come over here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the highways, and then our snapping is on. Okay, so right over here. So the bridge is kind of in a weird position because the minute both of the big highway lanes split off into a roundabout, and this is where the highway ends, so to speak. So we need to kind of consider where we can drop down with the secondary road to still link up to that roundabout. So I'm going to try and do that probably here. Maybe we can do it better with just the smaller one. If I can get snapping off here and I want to keep it as close to the actual road as possible, which probably means that this is going to have to go, and these weren't particularly well placed anyway. We can find other spots for these. Okay, so right now this is staying pretty much parallel, isn't it? Yeah, it is, thankfully. Okay, and then we'll bring that up to there, and then we can disconnect this all the way back up to where we reconnected it, and then come out again at the same height. Okay, so it's generating as a pillar right now, which it didn't when we first placed it. And maybe that's because we're not descending in height. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, so we'll have to reconnect up where the road actually connects to the roundabout itself, because it's not going to connect there. Okay, everything's looking good. We'll have, no, this area's got like really cool industrial when it has this big highway flowing through the middle of it. There we go. And then just out to there, and then we'll sort out the connection again when we get to it. Okay, so same again on this side. Might have a little more trouble on this side because of this building right here, but we can move that. Let me just redraw that back in, just so we have something to get off. We want the slip lane. Okay, we're going to turn snapping off again here for this. Okay. We'll try and match these bridge pillars up to the ones on the opposite side. Can we get one generated here? No, that's kind of odd. Okay. So that road's going to have to go. And then up to there, and then we're good. Okay. And then we can grab this guy. We'll have to move the oil industry worker housing as well. That will make a disappearance. Is that stretching away? Looks like it is, I think. Is it? Yeah, it is. We'll probably just have to wing it because I've not got the patience to sit and fight with the snapping tool. Up to there. And probably up to here as well. And then same with this one. It's a little bit close on that side. Okay, so let's bring them roughly up to the same part. And then we're going to come to the middle descend. And then the usual come out by 5 and drop. Out by 5 and drop. And then again. You can't just connect straight on there, which is kind of perfect. Okay. Delete that tunnel right now because it's blocking what we want to do up here. 5. Okay, so that's kind of annoying. We can't get the same snap function on that one. So, see, this is where move it comes in really useful. And that's probably the next best connection. And then we'll switch all this around. What are you doing? Am I doing it right here? Yeah, I am. Got confused as to what the hand drive we had actually turned on then. And then let's change the direction of this guy. Okay, so we've now got a nice fancy new bridge that runs through our kind of industrial area. And we'll make this all look really sweet with some big buildings around it, some like factory kind of stuff. Can reside on one side of the highway. So now what I want to do is merge them into one single lane. So we're going to come out just a little bit more. Maybe a little bit more than that as well. And then there. So that's going to be our merge point. Make sure this way has the right one on. This is still one way, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay. Probably go with this one then, I think. No, let's have a bend like that. So what I kind of want to plan for as well is let's just take this stuff out. I want to make sure that we can fit this cargo airport in before I go ahead and build a symmetrical roundabout. So this guy wants to be placed by roadside. Let's just get him in for right now. And then we can see where things need to go. Okay, so the rail line needs to be put underground. And we can have this. Let's build a little bit of a path here. So let's send people out. This isn't a particularly complicated system. Although it probably is not going to be efficient enough. We will have to amend it ever so slightly. Okay, so let's have a look at this. All those trees in the middle of the runway can go. That's a little bit. And then right towards the end as well. Okay. So that's not too bad right there. I'm relatively happy with that. And we'll see how the traffic flows from that. I'm pretty sure it's going to be horrendous, but we'll wait and find out. Okay, so let's jump back into our little highway renovation. So I want this going all along the back of the airport. And now we're going to start drawing this out. That does look okay, doesn't it? Yeah, we're good here. Don't like that little lump. And let's just come down over that little ridge. And then we're going to start bending this around now. There we go. Yeah, that'll do for right now. Okay, now. That is a little bit too steep. See the really steep decline here, isn't there? Okay. Let's tackle that with a slightly more gradual slope. Just coming down there. Yes, that's a much more sensible curve now. So hopefully now our traffic that is coming from here, because this place produces just insane amounts of the stuff, is now going to have direct highway access all the way through here, and then they can now enter this fancy new bridge. Kind of annoying me that we don't have the kind of the suspension bridges on this side for like a massive distance when we had two on that. I don't know why that is. It's just I guess the vanilla game being difficult, I suppose. Okay, let's hook that train line back up and then we'll press play and see how this runs. Can we get underground here? The rail line does actually curve away. Okay. So in terms of connectability for this side of the road right now, this is going to need a new connection, probably from here, I would imagine. Let's try that out and hit play. Okay, so right now these guys need ramps on this side of the road. From here, maybe? It's not even letting us place. Is that because the cables are there? Oh, it must be. Okay. Let's evaluate. Do they really need one? Oh shit. I forgot I didn't put the power plant back in. That is a good job I noticed that. Oh my god, I could have had the whole city abandoned. Wow, that would have been bad. I did that last episode with the town over there, which has slowly rebuilt itself now, but the whole city would have disappeared right there. God, that would have been bad. Oh man, concentrate, come on. Let's bring a bit of a road out here by the other utilities. And then for right now, I'm just going to place them back in. We had 2 nuclear power plants that were doing the work for us, and this should hook everybody back up. Please. Oh, you love to see it. You do love to see it. Then power and water and everything will come back for people. We do need to do our water as well, actually. We will do that while we're on the subject of utilities. So I'm thinking if they do want to get on the highway whilst they're here to head in that direction, they don't really need to, because both of these roads connect right up to this interchange here. And I think just to keep the highway flowing and stop people trying to take shortcuts, we will keep this diversion in. And we'll see now just how many people decide to take it, or where instead they decide to go. Okay, let's have a look at some routes. Where are they at? There's a thing here for routes, right? Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted. So right now you can see trucks are the little brown lines, and there is now a lot of them heading on the highway. So mission accomplished. We have achieved what we needed to do with this, and I think this actually looks really cool now. And we can actually look to put some pretty cool looking stuff in and around here. So I think I'm happy to continue this kind of like rough looking high street along the front. It's a bit like almost like an industrial commercial centre that will run the length of this. Or actually, no, you know what we're going to do with this. I know exactly what we're going to do with this. Let me unzone this. One quick save, hurry up. So it's been something I wanted to do for a long time, and I just haven't done it because I've just not got around to it. So let's unzone this and this and this. We'll leave the train station in for right now because people are using it to commute around and grab this bus. So it's obviously working. And what we're going to do is grab our dirt road. We're going to go totally freeform on this. And then let's kind of bring a main arm out. Then across this we're going to create different little patterns. Kind of like that. Let's get a bit of a bird's eye view on. Now you may be wondering, what on earth am I thinking? But since in our last episode we did our ore detailing, I've decided I would like to do some detailing with the oil. So we are still within the resource boundary right now. I think, yeah, we're well inside it. Okay. And then just like that. And then there. And we are going to have to extend the industry area, I think. Oh, no. No, this place is good. So, oil. And then so we have the small drilling rig and the large drilling rig. The large is the one we want. Or do we want the pumps? Yeah, I think we do want the pumps actually. Let's place it in here. And then here. Let's kind of place them randomly. Throughout the road. And then I do want all, I won't let you guys watch me delete every single bush in this field, but let's just take away some of the main ones so we can kind of get a little bit of the general feel of what we're going for here. So let's place another couple of those buildings around, and maybe just some of the small ones. So it's super minimalistic, but how much more real does that look as a kind of a refinery? You know, it looks very kind of industrial. Well, not particularly heavy industrial, but you know, it's an oil field. It's not all packed in. Right, if you go to an oil field in Saudi Arabia, you won't find straight roads and roads and roads of just oil pumps next to each other side by side. They're out in the middle of the desert, usually by themselves, these little drills. Obviously, if they have, you know, a huge deposit, then they make like an oil drilling rig and it's this huge enormous setup. But for an oil field, this is pretty common. Like, you can go Google like a picture of a Saudi Arabia oil field and there's just a lot of these little things. Let's see if we can get... There is a crude oil storage cavern as well, which might look kind of sweet. Maybe we can get that in there. So that's kind of like a gateway into the field, where you almost pass the kind of security barrier. There's a maintenance building as well. Let's get that in here. And then let's draw some fences in as well. So snapping is off. So from here, place it all the way down here. Let's put us up to the edge of the map. There we go. And then on this side, just up to the bridge. And then I think we're just going to change the road on the first 2 blocks. Sounds like a pretty good idea, I think. So just right here. Yeah, that looks so much better. So now you've got like an actual oil field. The roads outside are like, you know, this is a pretty heavy area, so just be careful of like heavy traffic and whatnot. I do like that. Of course, they have no power, so we are going to have to link them up to somewhere on this side. Because of course now our power is disconnected because of the new highway bridge. Just leave it on 3-speed for a moment here and see how traffic copes. I think it should be alright, he says as it starts to back up. I was thinking of redesigning this area, but I think it's alright for right now. You know, we kind of got the overgrown dump central kind of look going on. Well, this is looking pretty sweet. Of course, right by the new cargo airport, which we haven't checked out just yet. This thing's looking pretty super duper. Maybe we can have a one-way road here. Grab the one-way industry. And then hook it up to there. And then we don't need these fences anymore. Again, this guy needs to go. Yeah, it's kind of annoying that I still have to keep deleting all these trees one by one. And Paradox, please add a brush for the vanilla game. It would be tremendously helpful. Okay, so let's kind of fence this area off again as well. Bring that into there. Just the fences can really make a difference, you know, to how a road looks and the kind of feel it gives to an area. Because oftentimes you have these big open places. It's nice just to have, you know, it's like it's specifically cordoned off. This is a restricted area, there's security. You know, if you could have security checkpoints, that'd be so cool. I kind of wish that was one of the props that came with the Industries expansion, but it wasn't to be. Okay, so let's just make sure, I'm pretty sure now every single one of these guys is going to take this one-way road. There's a few of them that aren't. I just want to make sure it doesn't trash the traffic on this road either. Because obviously now these guys are here as well. In hindsight, I should have set these guys back on a little one-way road themselves, rather than having them right bang on the main road here, because it isn't great for traffic. But it is flowing, there's no major backups. And considering how much cargo export and storage, excuse me, considering how much cargo export and storage you've actually got in this area, the roads are doing particularly well. Not the best, obviously there's a little bit of stoppage on this section here. I might actually delete this road. That's going to be one less connection for them to take into consideration when they're driving. And then probably this one as well. And then we'll just have the one road connection. You know, I may even delete this cargo train station. I'm just trying to think. You could place it over here so they're next to each other. But yeah, if you look why, it's everyone stopping trying to get into here that's causing this little... But it's not major. But we will start to see a little bit of backup. Maybe we can improve this junction here. Because right now this junction is getting absolutely slammed. Let's have a little road coming down here. And here. And then here to here. And then we're going to change the lights on this system as well. So no traffic lights in the middle. And then we will have traffic lights here at the start of the junction to send them through. Actually, no, that's the opposite of what I want to do, isn't it? Idiot. Sorry, guys. So we want lights in the middle. And then these guys to be free on the main road. Yeah, see, they're taking the right turn here. No, you idiots. So I'm pretty sure that makes it right turn only, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Okay, this one is only up to there. This one again. Let's make these so they can't cut the corners, because obviously the AI can't figure out. That's what it's for. So right now there isn't as many people, or maybe there still is. I mean, it's really stupid that the AI would do that. But, you know, there isn't a whole lot I can do about it. But that does fix it. Just a little diamond interchange. It's nothing particularly impressive, but it works. Okay. So already this area looks so much nicer. It looks a lot cleaner, for sure. Definitely appreciate that. Oh, that plane is is dangerously close to the highway bridge, but it's not too much of a problem. Yeah, so look at all this already. This is already cleared up. Need to sort this out. This is horrendous. I don't know what this is. So previously this traffic was backing up right in front of the food factory, and then coming in around here and getting all backed up. But now it isn't having to stop here because everyone's trying to force their way over that way. It does seem to be working alright. Yeah, this cargo station is creating a lot of problems. Use the other lanes, you idiots. Use them. Like, they're all barreling into the right-hand lane. Come on, AI. You can do it. These two are smart. Okay, maybe we'll delete that for right now. I'll tell you what I do want to do actually. We'll finish off the episode with a little bit of industrial railway detailing. So let me know if you guys like what we're about to do here. So the end of a railway can actually be a really pretty decorative item, and I'll show you what I mean. Let's go ahead and grab an industry road, and then I'll have one here, and we can get some buildings in there, and then here again, and then down to the other side. So then right here, and then along the flank, and then a few down here as well. So let's wait for that to develop. And already now, traffic on this road is perfect. It's because everyone was coming in trying to drop off at that rate. So there's a lesson for you. A lesson from the day is don't build your cargo train stations on main roads because they get absolutely slammed. This bus line always seems rammed, but it isn't. There's actually way too many buses on the road. Let's delete that. Bring some lines down. Come on, develop. Don't know why they won't develop. What else is going on in this area? Let's have a look at the refinery's production. So we produce 120 barrels of oil. And it is making a total profit of 41,000. So that is great. There is money in oil. Who knew? Okay, well, it doesn't look like this wants to grow. I'll show you that, guys, next time. It's already been 30 minutes or so, so we need to wrap up. Hope you enjoyed that little renovation to the industry area. I think you'll all agree it looks a lot cleaner and more precise. Now it isn't just spanned with roads and random office buildings. Well, yeah. The cargo area roads seem to be actually flowing really perfectly right now. And then we'll probably visit there again in a few episodes, maybe in the major detailing one that we've got planned. As for stuff to finish off, like detailing the power plants and making sure we're using all the factories to produce different goods. But yeah, I think that's going to leave it for the episode, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, a like below is very much appreciated. It's not necessary, but also if you didn't enjoy the video or these type of renovation videos, then please feel free to leave a dislike as well. But we'll leave it there. And as always, enjoy the rest of your day.